Okay. Yep. Isa going on.
We'll add it to the clips.
We'll add it to the clips. Okay.
I agree.
All right. Hilchos Tefillin, Halacha Hey. We are the third shir into Sif Mem Gimel. So we said the thing that we were talking about is the degree of resoluteness, stick-to-itiveness, as they call it in America. Apropos, if you can get a tissue for me, I'll be most obliged. The degree of resoluteness that a person needs to have in asking Kadosh Baruch Hu for everything, how much more so one has to do with ruchnius. It's so easy, it's so easy to fall into called aloofness. How would you say sha'ananut in English? Why don't you search it on your phone, find out what's the...
Brazenness.
No. Sha'ananut is...
Evasiveness.
No. It's a smugness kind of thing, but it's not really smugness. It's derivative thereof. Or just like a friend of mine.
Confident.
Hmm?
It's like a confidence.
No, but a friend of mine.
שאננות is a falling asleep,
Sha'anan.
שאנן, לא?
No. Sha'anan is
נרדם on watch.
worry free, like
איך אתה
you
כותב
take
את זה? שין?
Shin Aleph Nun Nun. I had a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine. So it's like his own. Had a heart attack. So he had a heart attack, and so when, of course, he had a heart attack, so it was a diet and this and that. And he used to drink a lot. And so he stopped drinking, stopped this, and after a while, I see him, he drinks again. I said, why did you stop drinking? He said, I felt better. He knows he's stupid, but there's a certain kind of...
I know.
Carefree.
Carefree is a sort of like...
Complacent.
That's the word I'm looking for. Complacent.
Tranquil, calm, secure, serene.
No, complacent. That's exactly the word I'm looking for.
That means you're too happy about the situation.
You're just comfortable. So you just take it for granted, like, you don't have money, and then suddenly you get money, and suddenly you have money. It's like, and you go on, you spend it, and this, and
You're happy.
and suddenly the money is gone. And you're like, wait, what happened here? It's like, there's a certain aspect. Okay. There's a certain aspect in Avodas Hashem that comes in when things are going well. Baruch Hashem, you started davening. Baruch Hashem, you started learning. Baruch Hashem, you have some money. Baruch Hashem, things are good. So suddenly you become complacent. The point that the Nosson is doing here is that there's no place for complacency in this world.
We're not allowed to be complacent. If you have your Shema, you're not allowed to.
No, you're not allowed to. That's one thing. The question is what you're allowed to and what you actually do Yeah, two separate. At least I don't know about you, but
You
by
know,
me,
but the,
I don't
it's two
know,
separate
but
things.
tools for survival, you have to, you need these
Oh,
things.
oh,
Man.
I don't know so many.
Or in your,
recipes.
in the bottom of the pit, כמו שאני עכשיו
No.
למשל, then
all right.
you
But the
need
point is,
like
the point is
to run away somewhere.
that
you
we
know?
like the
So at least you're running away in your head.
in Hebrew there's a great expression.
I missed my riv. You missed.
It's not really Hebrew, but in Israel, as a kid, we used to have a great expression. I'm sure that they have it in any language, you know, where their children they grow up in that language. It's called a pause, a pause, a pause. What you can do is like in the middle of the game. If you call that, you know, timeout, it's like, okay, it's timeout. This kind of, you know, a chance to catch your breath, we can very easily live our life for the pauses. In fact, our entire society, not our society, but, you know, the Goyish society exists for the vacation. You work so you can play. You work so you can go on vacation. You go, I mean, life itself is just that, what can you do, you know? When they say, I owe, so off to work I go, you know? Yeah, but I owe. What can I do? It's like, I gotta do it, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, whatever. It's like,
Every day is one.
what?
I can't wait for the next one.
Every day.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a song. Yesterday it was Bob Marley, right?
No, yesterday it was something that rhymed.
Yeah, bli human no fun.
No, you said the funeral thing. What was it? We must.
Oh.
The hoods.
Yeah, the hoods or something.
Just to keep
Ask
you
me
on
what we
your
learned. I don't remember.
toes. Yes.
Today, are you writing this like the night before?
I should probably. Actually, the thing is that we live for those pauses. Like, and as a result, because of the fact that we live to run away, we live to get away, we live to escape a reality, a drudgery, a grind that we feel is really meaningless. And, you know, if it wasn't just for means, you know, towards. And then when the people get very, very rich, they keep on being predatory. Why?
More money.
So they say, you know, money, the amount of money is no longer, it's not about the money. Money is just about keeping score, you know, by the oligarchs, whatever it is. You have 2 billion, or you have 5 billion, or you have 60 billion. What difference does it make? What difference does it make? As a friend of mine, an elderly gentleman in America, was, Baruch Hashem, a wealthy man, a very wealthy man. You know, he drives his Lincoln Continental. He could very easily afford himself a Rolls Royce, very easily. He says he wouldn't touch a Rolls Royce. Shum pani v'alfalo. And he told me, and he's not a firm guy, and he told me, you need that amount of money to live, then you live that much, you need that much to be comfortable. And he says, anything above that doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So you're gonna buy yourself a big house. So you have to clean a big house. You have to have security system for a big house.
How much can you eat?
You know, and if you become very, 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 very rich, your house becomes your jail. Especially if you're famous, if you're rich, you know what it is. Everybody wants your money. You know, they want to kidnap you, they want to kidnap your children, they want to do this, they want to do that, whatever it is. You have to live with security with it. So it's like the real famous people live in golden cages. They can't go by themselves in the street. They can't do anything.
Publicize their wealth.
The point is that they become. That's what the Zohar Kodesh says. That wealth plays with people in this world, and then kills them. So a cat with a mouse, you know, it's just playing until it kills them. So the main Nakuda is that beyond that, there is Tachlis in this world. And the Tachlis is, Avodas Hashem. There was this story, there was this, it's a true story. There was a Rosh Yeshiva in the time of the Chofetz Chaim, a very choshev Rosh Yeshiva that was very sick. It was Rosh Mesukkan. So the Talmidim, the people, each said that they would donate a certain amount of time from their lives for this Rosh Yeshiva, so you should have a refuah. So I give a day, so I give 2 days, whatever it is, like a week. They each gave. So they came to the Chofetz Chaim, and they asked him, how much he's willing to donate. So he thought about it for a long, long time, and then he says he's willing to donate a minute. People don't understand what it is. A minute of life. And what do?
Eat popcorn.
Eat popcorn and watch a good movie. How many minutes are thrown away like that? How many minutes are thrown away like that?
Still.
Granted, yes, you are where you are. You are who you are. You can't jump from here to there.
I was going to say, you could have given 1 minute. 5 minutes.
Okay, you
1
tell
minute?
the Chafetz Chaim how much to give.
A minute of Chofetz Chaim.
They should have came to you.
The lesson of what does it mean? To give a minute. The lesson the Chofetz Chaim taught was that 1 minute
It's netzach. Wow.
is worth infinity. Just the fact that he said he was thinking about it for a long, long time until he actually was able to bring him to the point, okay, 1 minute he's giving. Chofetz Chaim was almost 100 when he passed away. He was very, very old. 1 minute. What's that 1 minute of life in this world? And I'm telling you, as a chief offender in this case, 100%. But at least we talk about it. That's the koach of Rabbeinu, the ruach of Rabbeinu that permeates in us, that is pumping.
At least we have
The
one.
chayes, as we talk about it. And we talk, yes, you are who you are. You can be expected to jump, from being, a Baum in a Bowery to being the Lubavitcher Rebbe. Yeah, you can't do this, all right. I understand that. You take things, you need a certain kind, you need a place to park your mind in kol muvan. But just, as the Rebbe says, don't fall into a death of a heart. Death of a heart is when a person thinks there's only this world. Remembering there's the world to come, there's Olam Haba, Almadate, and it's Adab, and connecting the Almadate, the world that comes, the Olam Haba, with this world, is Yichud Kudsha B'Chu Shchintei. Kudsha B'Chu is Olam Haba, Shchintei is Olam Hazeh. When you're thinking about Olam Haba and Olam Hazeh, you're creating Yichud Kudsha B'Chu Shchintei. It's the story of Rabbeinu. So the main thing, he says that the main thing is you have to strengthen yourself to no end. You should be so strongly resolute and decisive and 100% committed. On those, that you're going to quote unquote wrestle with HaKadosh Baruch Hu about this issue, to bring you close to Him, and to help you do what the right thing is to do between you and your fellow men. Just don't let him go. Don't let him go. Talk to him all the time. Be busy with all of them. As sof kol sof bevada yizkeh lif'ol b'kashosoi etzim sof. At the end, you will be that person bevada will be able to affect that which he's requesting. V'nizkor Hashem Yisborach, to come close to Kodesh Baruch Hu. Yot shovei b'cha v'aksherim v'atzadikim, and to be equal to his brethren, the ehrlich ones, the tzaddikim. כמו שהמשנה כתוב, גם יכולתי, נפתלי אלוקים נפתלתי, she said, I've struggled, mightily, with, a godly struggle, I have struggled. גם יכולתי, I succeeded, I pulled it off. הסכים על ידי, הקדוש ברוך הוא agreed by me, שהתעקשתי כל כך להפציר הרבה למקום, that I was stubborn to beg so much before הקדוש ברוך הוא, ואף על פי שנדמה לי כמה פעמים, even though it seemed, I was absolutely certain, it seemed to me like as if, ששוב לא יהיו דברי חס ושלום, my words will not have effect, it's not going to work. Yeah, I can mouth, by הקדוש ברוך הוא, everything is possible, that's the catchphrase to sell us and I've given up. Are you going to because everything is possible. In other words, no, but like you never know, like people buying lottery, you never know. It's like your chances are 1 in a billion, but it's like. אף על פי כן התעקשתי עצמי בעקשונס גודל בלי שיעור, still, even though I was absolutely certain that I'm a goner, finished, ain't happening. I was stubborn. I stubborn myself with I steeled myself with the stubbornness to no end. To no end. וסוף כל סוף, the result was גם יכולתי, I succeeded. שהסכים על להיות שווה לאח על הסכם השם יסבוך בארץ אמן ואמן. הקדוש ברוך הוא agreed to me to make me equal to my brothers who are the tzaddikim. And come close to Kodesh Baruch Hu Bezrat Hashem Amen. And see within doubt, he said, this constitutes the essence of the union of Yortzeit. Shemis'anim as b'yom shenis ba'ovi v'imoy, that people, the minig is to fast in the day that one's father or mother passed away. Kaddish u'madlikim ner, and they say Kaddish during that day, and they light up a candle. And everything is for what? In order to bring in aliyah to the neshama of the person who died. Because what you need to do is you need to elevate the neshama of your parents to the level of chayim aruchim, of this eternal life, a long life, a never-ending life. That's the eternal life that tzaddikim azoicha in ba'il mabo. This is what people do every single year, and the day when the parents passed away. Because the day that a person passes away, as this is when he really starts to live.
The day somebody dies.
Yes.
The day they start to live.
Yes. That's when their lives really start. Their true life really starts. So each one, according to what he has achieved with the sanctity of his Jewishness that he achieved in this world. This world is just a passing shadow. And life is not, you call that living? It's like, it's a joke. This world passes like a wind, and it's gone. The main thing is the eternal life, the one the one that you reap in the world to come, in commensurate to the effort that you put in this world. That's where the life is. That's the true vacation. This is the Barbados.
That's the real
Caribbean. That's the name of the game. Everything else is, what is this world? There's no nachas in this world. There's no nachas in this world. It's just like a... And the main essence of longevity, of such longevity, is to renew your life force at any given moment. How much more so every year? Once a year. That's, you see, a Yotzet is a once a year. This is Rosh Hashanah that happens on Rosh Chodesh. Rosh Chodesh Mishon Chadash, no. We said the main thing is to renew yourself, to start again. To start again, Rosh Hashanah. That's the reason why a person is busy with rectifying the neshama of somebody who passed away every year, Dafka, the day when they passed away, and that is the day that they really start living their lives, the lives that they have achieved in this world. That's his Rosh Hashanah. And their main tikkun is through their children. Because good children are fantastic refuah for their fathers. You know, באלף בונים סימן מ"ם בייס, in ספר המידס. כי עיקר עבודת האדם בעולם הזה, the main avodah of a person in this world, ולגלות אלוקות בעולם, is to reveal the godliness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world. וכשמגיע הזמן להסתלק, and the time finally comes and a person has to move, has to move, from one dwelling to the next. צריך להסתכל שישר אחריו ברכה. He should leave blessing behind him. Zera Yisrael Ksherim, kosher children, Shimalu Mekormi V'Yidiu G'doloso Ba'olam, that will fill his place and will further announce and reveal the greatness of Kadosh Baruch Hu in this world. He called Neshama v'Neshama because every single Neshama, every single one of us, Yishlakoch Miyuchad, the Galus is a Pchinum, is Galus Emonoso Ba'olam. Each and every one of us has an ability, a unique ability, unreproducible, irreplaceable ability to reveal the emunah of Kodesh Baruch Hu according to who he is, the way he is, the way he faces his life, the way he faces the challenges in his life. Each and every one of us is a revelation of his own specific emunah in the Kodesh Baruch Hu. And this gili is unique. The world cannot exist without your revelation of Emunah. And when you reveal this, it wasn't good about Dor, but it was into a generation and generation his Emunah. What is about Dor Vador Emunosoi? A generation and a generation is Emunah. Ador Vador Daika, Dafka for generation to generation. Dor Shavach Masecha, one generation to the next will announce your greatness. That's my remembrance from generation to generation. All this revelation, those HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is the Irin of Tefillin. This is the renewal of the mind, of the awareness, of the das, that come forth through this birth, this new beginning, this new birth, this new becoming from nothing to one. From where I am now, what a good habit it would be if I were to sit today with a piece of paper and a pen and write myself, what are the issues that I'm facing now? What are the choices that I'm facing now? And just write, what would the ehrlich thing to do is. Even if I won't be able to live after it. I have an argument with this, whatever it is, I have an argument with so-and-so, whatever it is about this and this and this and this, between me and myself and between the lampposts. Nobody will ever know. Just between me and me, what do I think? Or rather, what do I know is right thing? It's not a decision to act. All right? Separate that, because if you're connected to the decision to act, you won't write it down.
Or you'll change the decision.
No, I won't change the decision. You just won't write it down. Because you write down after that. Write it down. It has nothing to do whether you'll be able to do it, not able to do it. Write it down. What's the right thing to do about this? What's the right thing to do about that? What's the right thing to do about this? What's the right thing to do about that? Each of us is facing anywhere between, I would say, 4 or 5 issues every single day that have to do with decisions of what's the right thing to do. There are many different issues you have no control over, which you just have to, whatever, it doesn't matter. But usually on a day-to-day basis, you have like 4, 5, 6, 3 sometimes, whatever it is that you need to do. Write down what those issues are, what is the right thing to do. Make a cheshbon. This is your avodah. Now you can't do it, okay. Now ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help you to be able to do it. You got the confidence to do it. You got the emunah to let go and let the HaKadosh Baruch Hu come in and take care of things. But that kind of state of mind, I'm living a real life right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm living a real life right now.
You kind of set yourself up for a fall.
For?
For a fall.
Why?
Because I don't know about other people.
Don't whisper,
I
please.
don't know about other people, but the things that I know that I should be doing in my life that I'm not are the source of my own disappointment in myself.
Okay.
You wake that up.
Okay.
It's the same.
So with the minute that you start, the thing that you need to understand, is that the minute you write it down, you take it out of your system. Yo, don't make that face at me, man. Don't make
I used to be
Don't make that face at me, you know? Don't. Don't do it. The worse these things make you feel is when they stay inside unverbalized. They're taxing your system and they're leaching from your chayas, from your life force. It's like, as I said, it's like holding a chair out like that. If you have another chair, and you have to keep holding it, eventually it takes 90% of the energy just to hold on to these things, this glob, this monster inside the well, and 1% for the rest of everything that you need to do. You can't sustain it. When you actually write it down, or when you sit with friends that you can trust and say it out, you put it on the table, there's a huge part of you that becomes free. Afterwards, to do it, not to do it, whatever it is, beseder, it's a difficult. If you need the help of a friend, you call up a friend, you say, listen, I did it, I wrote it down, you know, I feel this way about it, that way about it, it's workable. But I'm telling you that a degree of freedom that you will get out of writing the things down, just writing the things down, is you have no clue. You have no clue. And it's an Indian of Cheshbon Nefesh, especially now in Elul. That's avodas Hashem.
That's got to go on my list.
Huh?
It's got to go on my list. What to do in Elul.
Okay, no, what I'm saying is just today, just for today. I'm not talking about Bechlal, just for today. What are the issues that you're facing today? You know, what am I specifically have one issue that I know what the things to do is. I know what I need to do. And I keep on escaping it. I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling with it to the point that I can't get myself to do this. So what I did was I chopped it down to steps. I have to take out the certain agreement, and then I have to go someplace, I have to do something, and I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. I know what the Yosha thing to do is. I couldn't even get myself, I took out the agreement. I went, I searched I took out the agreement. The agreement is there. Okay, so there's one step less. There's a way of handling things that are too much. There's a way of handling things. But first of all, the responsibility, it's avodas Hashem, is cheshbon nefesh. That's what Isaiah says. There's judgment down here. There's no judgment up there. Rav always says being oisek b'tshuva, you know, being busy with tshuva doesn't mean that you've solved the issue. It means that you're aware of it, you're dealing with it, you're talking about it, you're making it stadlus. You can, you can't, you succeed. But you're not closing your eyes to it. I always remember the story that Tzich told me about this person who used to come, you know, to Uman Rosh Hashanah. At night he went out to town to party, and during the daytime he'd come to the tzina and cry his eyes out. Every single evening you went outside, with Maria Sugarpova, whatever her name is, and it comes back here through.
Maria Sugar Pop.
Yeah. No, and then during the day would come to the tzir.
That's when Oman was in Uruguay.
And he could wash the tzir with his tears. And Mishmeret's tznius didn't say peeps. And over there they go crazy. When guys, fool around, whatever it is, they go crazy.
Not anymore.
What? I don't know if anymore, whatever it is, they used to. Used to go crazy because there were some guys that took Uman as a vacation to party, and the party, go over there, we go to Baba. So I think they broke a guy's leg.
Yeah, they did stuff like
They
that.
did stuff. I mean, they were not funny. It's like okay. But this guy, they didn't touch. He didn't say a word. It was obvious he could not. Baruch Hashem himself, he got out of it. Baruch Hashem.
That's how
Even
you
if
get
you
out.
see yourself,
That's how you get out of it.
that's how you get out of it. This guy was. You could say, "What are you doing? It's a joke. Don't go to town. You crazy. Don't do us a favor. Don't cry. Don't go to town." But he couldn't. He couldn't. The point is that the freedom to become an Oved Hashem is the ability to accept the fact that you cannot change yourself on a dime.
Yep.
But that's not
That's the
a
hard
reason. That's the hardest thing.
Dealing with your own.
Yeah, dealing with your imperfections. But the thing to do is to realize it's okay. HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts me here because that's my tikkun.
Accept yourself.
Accept yourself, and then have the guts to start changing. To
wanna
change
change,
which
you
to
can.
want to change. That's the first thing. Then and keep on keeping on one little bit more, and yeah, that is the hardest thing because the natural tendency is I feel that I can't do anything about it, or I tried a gazillion times and I failed each and every time, and whenever it is I do one day I do something good, I need 3 days vacation of doing bad things just to feel back in my envelope of comfort. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I am who I am right now, right here. The only question that is actually negea is, what do I do now? What does the Kodesh Baruch Hu want me to do now? I'm telling you, it would be a fabulous idea. Take a piece of paper, write the things that you're dealing with, and what, as far as you can tell, would be the right thing to do.
If we're connected to what we said yesterday, that even a millimeter of lavolikrat.
Yes, that's right. That in itself is a huge oifting, a huge shift in Avodas Hashem. So the main tikkun is that every neshama has a koich to reveal a certain aspect of the emunah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world. And all this is tefillin. Tefillin is new moichin that become new through this rebirth. Writing this thing down is ischachos. Writing this thing down is I get out of the same old, and looking at my life and saying, okay, you know something? Okay, I can't change anything, all right. But what if I could? What would I change? How would I deal with it? Because Baruch Hu does not demand perfection from you. Does not. He does not demand perfection from you. You demand it from yourself. Rabbeinu says you don't know what Hashem wants from you. You don't have a clue what He wants from you. So, Torah Aleph, we learned, look at the Seichel Shebechol Dover, right? The Seichel Shebechol Dover, first of all, is what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do? Write it down. But the Rebbe says the first step is to look at the Seichel. The second step is to connect to the Seichel. so that seichel can bring you to Kodesh Baruch Hu. But so it's very easy, when you're learning this in a theoretical way. You say, if you just look at a seichel and you don't connect yourself to it, you don't act on it, what have you done? No, 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 and another one, no. These are separate things. You're supposed to connect yourself, you're supposed to act on it, but this, first of all, the Rebbe says, that's why if you notice the Lashon of Torah Aleph, he says, Listakel b'sechel kol davar. So why does the Rebbe Dafka uses the Lashon? What is this? It says like this. כאיש הישראלי צריך תמיד להסתכל בשכל של כל דבר, that a Jew always has to look into the seichel of everything, ולקשר עצמו אל החוכמה והשכל שלו בכל דבר, and to connect himself to the chokhmah, to the wisdom and the seichel that exists in everything, כדי שיעיר לו השכל שיש בכל דבר, להזכרם להשם יזברך על דרך אויס הדבר. Did you notice how many times it says אויס הדבר, בכל דבר, בכל דבר, בכל דבר? He could have said the same thing, להסתכל ולקשר, to the seichel, so he should shine to the Kodesh Baruch Hu. Why does it keep on repeating? Look at the seichel b'chol davar. B'mekash the seichel b'chol davar. So the seichel b'chol davar can get you to the Kodesh Baruch Hu through this davar. Mazeh. What is this again and again and again and again? Each one is a different step. And if you haven't accomplished one, the Beseder Gamur, you started by accomplishing one. If you haven't accomplished the second one, Beseder, but you start by accomplishing one, it's a complete oiftin. It's a shleimus shleima to look at the Seichel Amiti Shebechol Davar. It's a separate thing to be mekash yourself to the Seichel Shebechol Davar. And to be able to, to go with it to the point that it brings you, everything brings you Kodesh Baruch Hu. But these are separate stages. But if you want the whole thing at one shot, if I can't do it anyhow, why bother look at it? It's like getting bills from the utilities, and you don't have money to pay, so you don't even open up the envelope. I'm not talking about anybody else except myself.
I do that.
You're in good company.
You don't even open it. Why bother? I don't have the money to pay for it anyhow. Why should I bother? But the point is that if I do open the envelopes and I make myself a list of all the money that I owe, and I don't have, right? And I start saying maybe this, maybe that, suddenly Kodesh Baruch Hu sends you the money that you need to do to combat. It starts with looking at the truth in the face. Rabbi Nosson says that's the Torah, that's the truth. You go over this entire world through the truth. You start by facing what is the right thing to do. That's his chadshus. That means it's no longer same old. No more. I'm starting new, and how do I start anew? I look at my life. What do I miss? Where am I remiss? The very least of all, as I said before, you will get off from your chest, from your conscience, and you'll release all these reservoirs of energy that right now are held captive because they have to hold the secret that has no definition, there's no word, there's no, that is gnawing at you. And you have to, to have put in reserve all this energy. Write it out, write it down. This kochas will come
Free.
Everything will come free. Lemaisa. That's the reason why you light a candle in the outside to be mamshich a light to the neshama. That the neshama will be zeicher to illuminate in the light of life. Because every single physical deed is a trigger to a spiritual reality. שנקראים או, כמו שכתוב, להתהלך לפני אלוקים באורח חיים, to walk before Hashem in the light of life. זה מבחינת הקדיש אומרים אז, and that's the Kaddish that is being said then. כי הקדיש נסתכל משון תרגום. The Kaddish is saying in Aramaic, that's the translation language in between the Loshen Kodesh and Lashon Sa'akum. כי הקדיש למעלה מכל הקדוshas, the Kaddish is really above all the kedushas. הוא טבל כל גזיז in the parza, and it breaks down all the walls of iron. כמו שכתוב בזוהר הקודש. שזה מבחינת בריחו לאלו מכל בריחו ושירוסו, the Kodesh Baruch Hu is blessed way beyond all the blessings and all the songs and all the praises. ועל כן נסתכל בלשון תרגום. That's the reason דווקא it was put together in לשון תרגום, because we said תרגום is in between Loshen Kodesh and Lashon Eschol, and this is Pchinas Noigon. Pchinas Noigon. Pchinas Etz Hadas, Pchinas Hamedam, מקום במקום אחר. פרס מדמה כמו מקום אחר. כי אי אפשר לזה אחר לברר מדמה. It is totally impossible to cleanse and purify the מדמה. שהוא בחינת תרגום, that is the essence of translation של תרגום. כי אם על די בחינת הקדושה עליונה על הכל. That's the highest קדושה above everything. שהוא בחינת קדיש של תרגום. You take Kaddish, which is the highest קדושה, and what do you do it? בלשון תרגום. This is a parallel בחינה to writing the parshas on parchment. You remember that? The parshas is the Kedusha Elyono. That's the das of the blind beggar. That's the highest level of das there is. And where is it written? It's written on parchment, on skin of a behemoth, which is medama sheba medama, because the behemoth itself represents the medama, and the skin represents the medama. So the skin of a behemoth is medama sheba medama. It's the lowest of the low. The higher the tzaddik is, the higher the kedusha is. He has koyach to sift and to extricate the kedusha from the deepest depth of the klippos. And to turn and to flip over the noga and targum to bring it to the kedusha. That causes the main ascension of one's sanctity. The Kaddish breaks down all the walls of iron, all the iron walls. It breaks the iron chains, iron shackles. Because the Kaddish is such an incredibly exalted kedusha, such a supernal kedusha. It breaks all the sitra achar. And it brings everything to the kedusha. That's the kedusha of the tefillin that are written dafka on parchment, as we said before. Look at the tikkunim we wrote about tefillin, letzadikim, it ties up all the rishoyim, all the bekatagin. In other words, the tefillin is such an incredible moichin v'daras. Even those that fell in the deepest depth of the depth, if they put on film and can get them out. It comes from such an incredibly exalted das. You are able to reveal to everybody and anybody, no matter how low they might be, that the Kodesh Baruch Hu is with them. No, we're going to finish. We're going to finish the end of the halacha. Yeah. That can read to everybody that Hashem is with them forever. Amen v'amen. This is klal hadrush. He says in this entire drush that we learned, it all goes on a certain basic understanding, a basic base of understanding. That is built on the Maisa of the blind beggar, of the Maisa of the 7 beggars. That gave to the couple as a gift a long life. As Rabbeinu himself has explained with his holy mouth, after he told the Maisa of the second day, שונה מהחרש. ואמר כך, and this is what he said afterwards, שהראשון נוסע להם חיים ארוכים. The first beggar gave them long life. וכולי, כי עיקר מבחינת תפילין, the main in of tefillin. By the way, I apologize to all those who are watching these videos for, going like this with my notes. It's because of the shmek tabiks. I probably look ridiculous, but nevertheless, ridiculous is my middle name. Ikar b'chinas tefillin lizkos l'chaim aruchim. The main essence of tefillin is to attain eternal life. To start living each and every time a real new life in Avodas Hashem. That's long life. Like it is said before with great length. Okay, that's why before he put the film, he said Hashem Yichud, and from the plenty, the bounty of the mitzvah of film is Mosach alai liot lichayim arochim. What should I gain out of this? Long life. The main need of film is to be zoiche to tefillah. Now, in this particular Maisa that we spoke about, each one of these elders spoke, took pride of his memory. Shmuel Shezocha, and the Rabbeinu says there's a certain memory that Shmuel remembered. I think this is Shmuel from the Gemara that remembered. And he says, and he didn't really spell it out, and some of this was forgotten. And I found in Yerushalmi, in Maseches Ksubas, in the Perek Afal Pi, as follows: Shmuel Omar. Shmuel said, "Hakim Ana lechayas deyaldeli." He says, I'm cognizant of the maidens of the midwife that assisted my birth. He says, I'm aware and I remember when from the bris milah. Rabbi Yochanan says, I am aware, I remember, I'm fully cognizant of the women that were together with my mother, probably before she gave birth to him. And bevadei, this holy pride of the zikon of these great, awesome tzaddikim. These are the greatest of the greatest Amoraim. All the Gemara is Rav, Shmuel, Rov Abaye, Rabbi Yochanan, Rav and Shmuel, Rabbi Shua ben Levi. These are the lions. This is it. They have chidushim nifloim me'od, and this is incredible chidushim. Aval kol isparos im le'achar shetzar v'yah olam. All this pride that they're taking is after they were born. None of them is talking about before. And this is an aspect of the pride that the first elder took. That you remember, when they cut his umbilical. That's the lowest one of them. But everything happened beforehand when the candle was burning. The kol shekin, yosa ve'yosa, and everything that happened before, adayin lo nimtza, but still we haven't found even a hint for that. Who knows of whom of the ancient elemental tzaddikim Rabbeinu is alluding to? And the Rebbe Takis, when he told her this incredible, awesome Maisa, that Maisa talks from a few older tzaddikim. Learn this Maisa at great depth. And you will understand from great distance the greatness of the tzaddikim that are alluded to over there, and the greatness of the one who actually tells the tale. Because he has to know all this to be able to tell it. He has to own it. ומכל זה יכולים להביא כל חי וכיוון שם בליבי. And from this, each and every one of us can sort of like get a glimpse, each one according to the assessment of his own heart. Gdulas Aboris Baruch Shmoy, the greatness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shebo ha'olam b'chochma amuka, because he created the world with such unbelievable wisdom. Sheyuchala Yelud Isha, that a child born from a woman can be zoicha legdulas neros kana, can actually attain in this world this kind of madrega. Because Baruch Hu created the world so that you'll be able to get there. Kigon as ikon as like this kind of memory, chaim tovim, this eternal life. Look what HaKadosh Baruch Hu created. And the little that holds a lot, that's in this Maisa, and the force that is in the hand, the ability in the hand that can take out extricate arrows after they were shot, and even after they hit. It should look deeply into this, and Ma'at Hashem you'll understand. Baruch Hashem la'olam, amen v'amen. Chazak, we finished. Halacha Hey.